Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Can you someone confirm on that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's good evening, everyone. So, today we are diving into the core of vehicle embedded system engineering, like the ECU life cycles. Specifically, we will explain the ECUM module, right? Which state for the ECU state management in the AUTOSAR class platform. Think of this module as the brain. So anyone aware of AUTOSAR, right? So two of you, Ravi, or
Uh, at least you know, right? I am not
okay.
aware
So
completely. Just
ECU module is one of the module in AUTOSAR whole stack. Uh, Another the person, the good name. What is? Vital. So if you have any doubt, please stop in between only. No issue. We are on 3-4 persons only. Hello, hello, Vital. Are you there?
yeah. Hi, sorry. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
your voice
Please.
is breaking.
My voice is breaking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now.
Slightly, yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have any doubt in between, please let me know. In between only. No issue. We are not much audience we have. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how today I'm trying to explain the ECM life cycle or everything about how ECM will work, how everything right. So here, so think of this module as the brain that controls exactly how vehicle computer boots up and when turn the key on. So whenever you turn on the key, how the system will run, how the system behave, how inside will happen. So all these things will take care of the ECUM. So ECUM is a electronic control unit module. So these for this particular module we have the separate specification document also available. So if you aware, right, if any of the module there will be a separate specification document. So if you go through this document, that you will be master. So anything anyone will tell, right? So everything comes from here only. This is the standard document. Okay. So after this I will share this document, or else you can directly google it. Okay, so in AUTOSAR there will be a revisions. See here R2011. So this is the latest revision. Okay, so there will be a R2013 also is there. R14 431 422 also will be there. Okay, so this is the document. Whatever if you want to know about more, not only what I have explained. So more than apart from my explanation, also you will get it here. So I was trying to explain the things how ECM overview and how it's work. Okay. So if coming to real world, right? So when the driver press the engine start button, right, they expect dashboard to be light up instantly and the engine to crack the within the milliseconds. Behind the scenes, dozens of independent computers. Independent computers is nothing but here is the issues. Okay. So must wake up, talk to each other, and agree that it is safe to start. So ECUM is what makes this happen without. So ECMs here the comes into picture. So when you press on the any car ignition key, right? So inside that there will be a multiple ECUs is there ECUs. So one and another one is talks each other within the milliseconds, and then okay it is safe start. Then only the engine will start. So that is where ECUM comes into picture. Okay. So coming to next. So here, so when the ECM, so real time, how's the ECM inside works, right? To understand that, I will give just like a small example how the orchestra will happen. So to understand ECM, right? Look at the orchestra here. See, if every musician started playing their instrument whenever they wanted, okay. See here, observe the picture. So you want to get pure noise, not music here. If everyone start making their own instrument, right, then everyone will make like it's a noise on it will not any type of music. So in ECU also you have dozens of basic software modules like CAN, communication stack, memory stack, and the input and output drivers. Okay, so ECM is the conductor. So like consider ECM is a one conductor. It sits as the absolute center of the basic software, right? You both are aware, I guess. So basic software. So Ravi or can anyone, what is basic software?
Yeah, I mean this space software acts as between application software and I mean another one layer will be there.
Okay, I will show you the architecture again. See, so is it visible, right?
Yes,
Yeah, see. So we are dealing with the AUTOSAR, right? So AUTOSAR is nothing but it's a layered architecture. So any compared to other embedded, there will be a not like these layers. So application, RTE, this whole thing, BSW is nothing but basic software module. Okay, so here comes into picture service layer and ECU abstraction layer and microcontroller layer. This is what I said, right? This is BSW. Okay, so BSW is nothing but it's a middle heart of the any AUTOSAR. So here multiple things will be there. I will slowly explain one by one. So as of now, ECUM module I was explaining. Later classes I will take it up into CAN. What is CAN? How it works, and what is memory stack, how it's work, what is the use, where it is used, everything I will going to teach. Okay, step by step. First of all, I feel to give whatever the things is there overview I will give. Then after that I will give you into whole depth knowledge. Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, right. So it's making sure every single module initializing and operating and shutdown in the exact correct sequence. So this is what ECM to the work. So it manages the all the stuff like whatever the other ECMs is there, right? So manager nothing but how our managers will perform, right? Like, conducting the reviews, everything, to taking the data from the every engineer, making the project successful, right? The same thing will perform the ECUM. Okay, that is the main agenda for ECUM. That is the main thing will do into picture. So suppose if you take a real world, right? Imagine like if your car powertrain control module to read the data from the accelerator panel, right? So before analog to digital converter drive was even the turned on, the system would read the random noise, assuming a fault, and throw the critical errors. Okay, but when the ECM is there, right? Then ECM prevent this all the chokes by establishing the strict dependency chain. Okay, so all this will be taken care into ECM only. So whatever the backend is doing, so each module how is performing, everything will be taken care by ECM module. Okay, so till now any doubts?
On our side, it's clear.
Okay, so anyone, so you can stop anywhere, no issues. Okay, I will explain in deeper. Okay, so
Okay.
coming to thoughts, let's see here. So in AUTOSAR, you will encounter two types of ECU flavors. One is fixed and flexible. So when it comes to the fixed ECUM handling, right? So single core workflow, it moves the linearly from the startup to run mode. So and then stick to the shutdown. So whenever you are in the pre, right, like fixed means it will take it's wake up, it will do the work, it will turn off. That is the fixed one. When it comes to the flexible, right, on it handles all in built for the modern and complex multi-core systems. Okay, so when it's fixed, it's only work for the only one single core. But when it's come to the flexible, it will work for the multi-cores. Suppose we have two more tasks is also will be there. So that will also takes into picture, and that also will take care by ECM module only. Okay, so it supports the particularly startups interleaving initialization across the different process cores. Okay, and advanced dynamic power management also it will take care. So as a system integrator, so you need to take care of it. So while configuring the ECM module, right, you should know whether is a fixed or flexible, then only you need to configure the ECM module. Okay, this is the one of the parameter. Okay, so when you coming to write this mainly used in ADAS. So anyone aware of ADAS?
Yeah, little bit. Yes, sir.
Witten, are you aware of ADAS or
Not one, but this is a newly featured in added of global marketing. That is
yes,
a
yes,
additional technical.
yes, correct, exactly. So what about you, Ravi?
I know bit about ADAS. That's it.
So here, right, in ADAS also we will use the ECM module, right? So how it works? So with the flexible ECM, right, when you unlock the car, code 0 can boot up the instantly just to check for wireless OTA is available or not. So update it. So then some other codes also will be available. 1, 2, 3. So which handles heavy radars, image processing, or all these things. Okay. So when you configure ECM, right, flexible as a parameter, then it will take care of all the separate cores also. But when you configure, right, ECUM as a fixed, then it will handle only one task, single task. Okay, that is the main difference between the flexible and fixed. Okay, got it right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Okay, let's break down the startup phase. Okay, it's dividing into two parts: before operating system starts and after. So here the two parts will comes into picture. So when I explain, right, it's a OS also involves here. Okay, so if you see here in this architecture, application layer means it will be the OS only. OS means nothing but operating system. Some people will use like Linux for visualization and all. When it comes to some ATAS, critical safety comes into picture. Some people will use the ATAS and all. Okay, that is the main comes into picture. Okay, so here two parts. One is the before OS and after OS. So before OS, right, takes the control. ECM has a lay the bare metal functionality through these steps first, like ECM all driver initialization 0, and it will be take care of any configuration, right, like initializations and the minimal service blocks like the system clock and the hardware watchdog. Okay, the second thing is driver initialization. So if you want to take the any data short of data, right, so you need to enable the drivers at the initial before OS run only. So if you want to take the any analog data, if you want to take anything from external like temperature or like speedometer, like any petrol status, like how much petrol is there and how much air is there, and the whether the windows are open or closed, all this data comes in, need to be taken before only. Okay, so before wake up only. So peripherals,
Hello. Yes, sir. So
yeah.
overall parts of data, who is the checking in OS?
Sorry.
This ADC, it means speedometer, temperature, any other external data. Who is will checking in OS?
So in OS, right, before we need to take the data, right, OS will do the whatever the data available in the system, right, that will be functioned or scheduled, and that scheduled data we are given to the user. That is the mainly we will configure in OS. Okay, so OS is
Okay.
nothing but whatever the task we are doing, right, so that will be monitored by the OS only. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay, right. So whatever the things we will do, right, that is before OS, and all, after OS also we will do. Okay, this is the
Okay.
okay. So any doubts still here?
Yeah, clear it.
Okay, great. Ravi?
No, sir. No.
Okay, so coming to next, so before OS all initialization will be comes into picture. Okay, so when it comes to the after OS, right, so mainly into the OS will be running here startup two things. One is the startup ECM handles the whatever the initialization will be done here. BHW initialization also will be done here only. Mode management comes into picture here. So when it comes to the mode manager, right? So which state we need to take, and all will comes, right? So whether it is a sleep mode or whether it is a power on mode, whether it is sleep mode, all will be comes into picture here. So finally we will achieve the RTE activities is done. Then after that it will talk to the whatever the things is there BSW. So in BSW there will be a modules will be there, set of modules. One is communication modules like a CAN stack and LIN stack, FlexRay and Ethernet. These are the communication stacks, right? These we need to communicate after the OS. These are will be takes into picture here. So if you take any real time example, right? So think of RTE. So RTE is nothing but real time enrollment as the highway system and the application software as a car. Consider these two things, okay? So you cannot let car onto the highway, so until the traffic lights and signals are fully powered and the function like nothing but BHW initialization, if it is not completely done, so you cannot do. So BHW is all you can consider as a like traffic lights and the signals, okay? Then if you break this order, right, the application takes will be execute without any scheduling rules. So this will be keep on mind. So once the signals and the every signal will be turned on, then only everything like signals here BHW initialization everything should be done, then only you need to move. Okay, Ravi, any doubt here?
No, sir.
Yeah, right. So coming to the shutdown phase, so whenever all these things will happen, so keep it in mind. So what I was explaining here, this is the things how the ECUM works and how the functions when it is functions. Okay, I was giving the glance and I was trying to explain what is the functionality. So if you want to deep dive, right, what inside everything, right, then you need to refer this document, AUTOSAR document. Okay, so what also document? So my screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the document. Each and everything, whatever the thing APIs is there, what are the dependencies, modules is there, requirements is there. Everything will be take care of this document only. So this is the document like Bible, our Quran, everything is there, right? So it's like for ECM, this you should follow. Then only every requirement should be fulfilled. Every tester need to go through this, so then only you need to do all the development testing activities. Okay, so what I was trying to explain what is ECM will do and where it is do and how to functionalities and all this stuff I am trying to explain you guys. Okay, so after this class also if you have any doubts you can directly ping on WhatsApp, so I will be available for that. Okay, so coming to the shutdown. So here what, when the vehicle is turned off, right, we cannot just cut the power instantly, right? So we risk the corrupting the memories. We initiate the controller shutdown using ECUM go down. So this is the API we will use that to whatever the data we will go down. Okay, this stage execute the three steps for executing. First, NVM synchronization, write the virtual data safely into non-volatile memory. So this is the first step. Then after second step, BHW modules are powered down in the exact reverse order of startup. So any one of you how the startup sequence is started? So here is startup. So anyone is remembered previous state or startup sequence? See, startup is nothing but we need to initialize the hardware. We need to give the whatever the things is there, initialization, clock, peripherals, everything need to be initialized, driver to be initialized. Then only we will call it startup sequence. Then after that we will power on the OS ready. Okay, these are the steps. Okay, when it comes to the exit, right? So we need to do reverse order. Same thing. First we need to ECM go down API we will call. Then whatever the critical data is there, that will be stored in non-volatile memory. Then after that we need to do the shutdown. PHW module power down in the exact reverse order how the startup is done. Finally, shutdown OS is called to complete all the whatever the stuff is there. Okay. So I will give you one normal example. So imagine you turn off your car, right, as you hit the milestone on your odometer. Okay, if ECU lost power instantly, okay, that mileage data would be lost or corrupted. If you flash memory, like if the NVM synchronization not equivalent of saving your data, right? So exactly, so we before shutdown we need to save the data everything into the NVM. Okay, so then only whenever you power on, right, that time you will get the data from the NVM. Then you will odometer speed and everything, petrol, how is the weather, everything will comes there, GPS, everything. Okay, so that is the where NVM comes into picture. Okay, this is the shutdown sequence, power on sequence, before OS start, after OS start. Okay.
NVM means it's stored data, na? Runtime data is being stored in non-volatile memory, correct?
Sorry.
NVM work is the stored data. In runtime data, it is stored, na?
Yes,
In NVM
every
memory.
data. So before power on, right, you will take the data from NVM only. So whatever the data you will store it on NVM, right, it will be stored. Okay, so two things will happen. First thing is, whenever you are running the car, your data will be automatically storing into NVM. If the power shut down immediately or abruptly, something is happened suddenly, right, so that time also it will take from the NVM. First case. The second case is whenever you power on, so that time default data or the whatever the data you are stored in NVM, that will be retrieved and that will be displayed at your memory monitor or somewhere. This is the task will done by startup and shutdown sequence. Okay, so NVM is the main picture here. Okay, got it? Hello. Okay, so this is the final step, like before final shutdown completes, right, ECU must decide whether ECU is going to next using ECM select shutdown target. There are three targets. One is off, which completely de-energize the device. Second one is reset, which force to immediate reboot. Means how we will do the reboot, right, in our mobiles, everything that will comes into picture in cars also. The another one is which force immediate sleep also. So sleep is nothing but we will keep the ECU's less power mode. Then whenever you require, you will take the data. Okay, that is the three steps we will do it here. Shutdown targets. Got it, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, Sai.
Yes.
One thing.
Yeah.
Please take a recording in this session. Is it?
Balmiki.
Uh, yes, yeah. We are doing the recording also.
I feel it is a recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So don't worry. If you have doubt any sort of time, you can ping me. I will explain you in detail. Okay. So
Okay.
next one is sleep and wake up phase. Okay, let's look closer at the sleep and wake up cycle. Like when a vehicle is parked, right, we want to issue sleep to save the battery life. However, network can be noisy, right? So electrical sparks or random noise on the can line, can look like a wake up signals. Okay, so the controller will think like if any sparks comes and anything comes into on the can lines, right, something is going on the line. So what we will do is, if the issue wake up completely, even the time there was a line noise, it would drain the car battery overnight. So therefore ECM use the strict wake up validating process. Okay, there will be a process, so it will avoid any sparks, anything will be there, right? To avoid that, we have the validation process. Okay, so it filters out the noise, confirms if the event is real, and only committed to full run recovery if the signal is authentication. There will be authentication will be there. If the authentication is not false, then only it will work. Otherwise it will whole drains the battery. So if you take any consider, right, when you wake up to your modern cars, any pull the door handle, right, wake up signal is sent to over the network. The body controls the wake up signals. Okay, here the comes into picture. So there will be a strict action will be taken care. So whether it is a real signal or it is a false signal, so there will be a validation signal will be there. So if there is a no validation signal, the your if you park the car, right, your battery will be drained. So means here what happening is, so something is happening, so we need to perform something. So obviously electrical signal will be running, it will drain the battery. So that is where we will take care into validation signal. Okay, right? So these are the things. So here the technical interface. First thing is ECU initialization we need to do. So entering point like any startup sequence will be called. Then ECU go down. Then after shutdown target. These are the stuff we will take care of it. Okay. Yeah. This is nothing but like how will issue performing and all comes into picture here. So embedded development and AUTOSAR development you must. Okay, so I think it's completed. So till now I have given whatever the ECM is, how the shutdown sequence is there, how the it perform, how what happened whenever it is shut down, what happened whenever it is a startup. So what is the overall view? So I have given enough things. So till now, any doubts can ask. So I will share the this PPT at the same time. I will share the requirement documents also. You both can go through once. Okay, so that if you have any doubts, next class I will take 5 to 10 minutes first, like a doubt session only. So after clarifying you guys doubts, I will go forward. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So till now, any doubts?
Not. Now, not any doubt for you.
Yeah. Okay. If you guys any don't have any doubts, I will wind up the session.